Hey guys, welcome back to another brand new video. In this one, we are going to talk about a gold-backed currency, a cryptocurrency that is backed by gold. That's right. The project name is Zassi Gold, and in this video, we're going to talk about how this project operates, how they have established their strategies to make sure that there is perpetual growth. And so far, it actually has been working very efficiently. I'll show you guys the chart, how the price is increasing, how much is expected to increase, how is it going to increase. We're gonna talk about their collaborations, their cooperations, their commercial projects, their backings, their support, and what is coming next. But what I can say in the start is the future for this project, it looks very, very bright. There was a pre-sale. It is over now, but it is actually a good opportunity. I know that you guys might be thinking the pre-sale is over, so we cannot get the tokens at a discount, but wait till you hear what I have to say next. And before I say it, a little disclaimer that this is not going to be a financial advice, so always do your own investigation and research. The projects offer their tokens in the pre-sale at a discount. People buy those tokens for immediate returns because they know that the listing price is going to be much higher than what they're paying for in the pre-sale. Now what happens is, after the listing, they start selling. Those who were there for an immediate profit, they start selling and the price drops. That of course is misfortunate. That should not happen, but you cannot control the people. You don't know how many hodlers took part in the pre-sale or how many people were there just so they can buy the tokens at at discount and sell them when the price is increased. Now I understand that you guys may be thinking that you missed out on the opportunity of the pre-sale, but it is actually better because what happened in the pre-sale was people bought the tokens at a discount. They knew that the listing price is going to be higher, which is how it's supposed to be. What they did was, because there was no vesting periods, they sold the tokens. They start selling, and that caused the price to drop. At some point, it actually stopped. People who bought the tokens not for immediate profit, but because they believed in the future of this project, they did not sell. Those people who bought the tokens for, whose intention was to make an immediate profit, they sold and the price was dropped. So what you're getting right now is that you're outside of the pre-sale. The token has already been listed. It is actually on Bitmart, which is a major exchange, and it is being traded over there. The benefit that you have is there are no people in it right now that wants to make an immediate profit. All of those that are in it right now actually believe in this project and they're not going to start selling. There's no decent selling pressure at this point. And that actually is a good news because the listing price was higher. You're not paying that price. You are paying kind of like a discount right now. The price evidently is going to increase, and after you hear what I have to say next about their cooperations, their planning, their developments, and all of those things, there's no doubt that the price is increasing, and it actually is increasing. I'll show you guys the chart, but you will be able to make profit afterwards. We're not going to make immediate profit. You'll be able to make much more profit than those people made in the pre-sale. You'll be able to make much more than that, and in a decent way, in a rightful way. So let's start cracking down on what we have here. You probably already have taken a look at the website. I'll suggest you guys that you take a look at it. We're going to talk about a lot of things here. I usually don't read out from website or white paper, but in this case, I am going to read some part out because they are important and I don't want to cause any kind of misunderstanding. What I really admire here is they agreed with the mistakes that they made in the past, the mistake that they made in the pre-sale. Although I don't think that was a mistake. I think the outcomes are looking good for this project, but from their side, they admit that it was kind of like a mistake. There should have been a vesting period so that people, who bought in the pre-sale, they wouldn't be able to buy for the intention of making an immediate profit. So we have a lot of stuff here. We have a whole white paper, which I think this is where we should be starting, actually on the one paper actually. So what's happening here is, like I said, this is a gold-backed currency. So these tokens, they are backed by gold, which we know is stable. But that does not mean that it's not going to have any speculative value. It is going to have a speculative value. What is happening here is the money that they raised during the ICO, they used that and the funds that from a benefactor that was actually more than $3 million. So the funds from the benefactor and what they raised from the pre-sale, they used that to acquire streaming agreements. I think that's what they're calling it. They used it to get streaming agreement from two different companies. We have the Zassi Gold Ltd, and we also have the ZGD Mining Ltd. What that means is that they will be getting 25% of their profit in gold, and that profit will be streamed and vaulted to a custodian wallet. So what that means is that the gold backing behind this token, it will continue to increase, while they also will be burning the tokens. We have this program that I'm going to mention next, through which they are burning the tokens. So just look at what's happening. The gold backing is increasing. That means that the value ideally should be increasing, and they're reducing the supply, which again will be increasing the value. This ensures perpetual growth, and they're doing everything that they possibly can to ensure that this happens. We have a lot of what can I say, commercial projects, collaborations, partnerships. They acquired shares and are doing so many things to make sure that this happens and this continues to happen. Now, if we move forward, it says that the ZGD Mining is securing international funding to scale up their operations and commission multiple plants across our various projects. Now, if we talk about the burning, we have this redemption program in which people can burn their ZGD token, and in return, these token holders can claim proportionate value of the vaulted gold at a specified point in time. And we have instructions how that price is determined. Now, this is where we have all the information about their commercial projects. Now, of course, if we go to the details, it's going to take a lot of time, but you can take a look at the list here, which is absolutely extensive. We have Midelvi gold mine, and we have actually so many more, but let's just give the first one a read. So they did this acquisition through which they have secured ownership of and access to 2 million ounces of gold, which is estimated at 4.1 billion US dollars. They did this by successfully acquiring all of the shares of this gold mine. And you can get all sorts of details of other commercial projects right here. But this goes to show how legitimate, how strong, and how solid this project actually is. At this point, I'm going to call it an initiative, which is really amazing. So now that we have established that they have created a mechanism to ensure perpetual growth for the token, which means that as time passes, the value of the token, it will continue to increase. Now let's talk about the token details. Now, since the pre-sale is over, so you can trade the token publicly, you can buy it on the Bitmart, and we actually have staking as well, and there's actually a decent percentage of the supply that is actually staked. So let's get that information out in the open. So we have the tokenomics right here. We have a total supply of 177 million tokens, and this is how it is distributed. We have 28% in staked, we have 33% in company vesting contract, and then there's other percentages for marketing and so forth. It is on the Binance Smart Chain, which is a chain that we are well familiar with. In the ICO sales, they sold 63%, and in the ICO pre-sales, they sold 81%. Now, in the ICO sales, this is where almost 36% of the tokens that were not sold, even though majority were sold, but still 36% was not sold. Now, this flow chart outlines everything in this ecosystem. Now, first of all, we have the stake holders, token holders who invest in ZGD. All of the investments from these token holders, it is utilized in funding operations of the Zassi Gold Ltd, starting with this first acquisition of the first commercial project that we talked about, which has been completed. 75% of the profit gold, it is reinvested into new acquisition and mining operations, and 25% of the profit of all the gold from the Zassi Gold Ltd, it is vaulted, which benefits all the Zassi Gold token holders. And that basically goes into the custodian trust that we talked about before. Now it says that this gold will never be encumbered or borrowed upon, which ensures escalating value for all token holders. And then it says that the liquidity will be provided through all the exchange mechanisms that will allow token holders to redeem his or her proportionate value of the gold held in the trust. The redeemed token will be burned. We already have talked about that redemption program. So that goes back to the token holders. So this is the whole mechanism. Now let's see how the token is performing. We have it listed on the CoinMarketCap on CoinGecko and also on the Bitmart. So we have all the listings right here. The chart, as you can see, is looking up. The price right now is about 0.2351%. The market cap is at around $26 million, which is pretty decent, but it has much more to grow. So as you can tell, this is by far something entirely different from what we're getting right now. And I think this is an amazing opportunity because they have done everything to ensure growth of the token, not just in the short term, but also in the long term, because they're increasing the gold backing, which is further increasing the value of the token. And in the same time, they are reducing the supply, which again is taking tokens out of the circulation, reducing the supply, eventually increasing the value. So I think the rest is pretty much self-explanatory. I'll give you guys all the Excel in the description. If you have any question related to this, you can ask me in the comment section. And yeah, I think this is all of you guys in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one shortly. So stay tuned.